Sorry I'm late. It's too hot here. It seems like you know the problem we're here to solve. Let's take a walk on the area to discuss some key areas we need to work on. One of the reasons why there are high temperatures in this neighborhood is because of the high concentrations of greenhouse gases. I believe you should know how greenhouse gases work.
Hi Mr. Liao, I'll share with you how greenhouse gases trap heat in the atmosphere. There are many different types of greenhouse gases: carbon dioxide, methane, black carbon, nitrous oxides, chlorofluorocarbons, etc. Most of these gases are vibrate in many different vibrational nodes when they trap heat. Are you here? Are you listening to me?
Yeah, okay.
Specifically, carbon dioxide absorbs energy at the infrared wavelength and re-emits it as infrared radiation back to Earth, warming the atmosphere and causing the greenhouse effect. Which is why we require you to incorporate solutions to reduce carbon dioxide emission in high emission areas like this bus interchange over here. So, you can incorporate this machine called the direct air capture, which absorbs surrounding air and passes the air through filters with different chemicals such as sodium hydroxide and soda lime, which reacts rapidly with carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide can also be removed from the chemicals by simply heating them. So this machine should be small in size so that you can incorporate them in the floor and ceiling of the bus interchanges.
So this is the next area we need to redesign based on the urban island heat effect. Huh? What's that? To explain the urban island heat effect in simple terms, the large amount of buildings, pavements, and roads made out of man-made materials that are more prone to absorbing and radiating large amounts of heat as a whole, as well as the lack of vegetation, causes the temperature in urban areas to be higher than that in forested areas. As for the solutions,
hello Mr. Liao, I have been summoned to tell you about some physics-based solutions we can use to mitigate the urban heat island. Firstly, we can reduce the amount of reflective surfaces found on buildings such as glass. Reflective surfaces like windows are able to reflect the light from the sun and focus them onto the ground, where they will be converted to heat energy and increase the temperature in the region. Thus, when we reduce the amount of light energy that is reflected onto the ground by reducing the amount of windows present on the buildings, we are able to reduce the amount of heat energy that will be converted and thus reduce the overall temperature in the region. As we can see from Stefan Boltzmann's law, as when the temperature decreases, the amount of heat radiated will decrease by drastically due to the fourth power of the T, which would effectively cool down the region and mitigate the urban heat island effect. Now let's go to that region where I will tell you about the second strategy. Secondly, we can modify some doorways and windows to improve cross-ventilation. By modifying these doors and windows, we are able to increase the amount of pathway the wind can take to reach these regions and increase the overall air speeds, which makes convection currents. With these convection currents, we can see that hot air rises due to its volume increasing as the particles gain kinetic energy and occupy more space, resulting in its density decreasing. By applying the same logic, we can see that cold air sinks. Thus, when we modify these doorways and windows, we are able to effectively increase the amount of wind present in this region, leading to more convection currents where more hot air will rise and more cold air will sink, resulting in the ground level being much more cooler than the air around us. This can be explained by Newton's cooling law, where as the heat transfer coefficient H increases due to the wind present and flowing through the region, rate of heat transfer dQ by dt would decrease, cooling down the region effectively and mitigating the urban heat island effect.
yeah, sounds good. Can you send me a document of whatever you said later?
So this is the last area we need to redesign. It actually involves some green planning.
Look, Xie, I'm here to tell you more about potential biological strategies.
Oh, I already have some ideas. I was thinking about replacing the trees in this area with those that have larger canopies, such as the angsana or broadleaf mahogany trees, as we can provide more natural shading by blocking off more sunlight to prevent the ground from absorbing it and gaining more heat. If I am not wrong, they are water coating the spongy mesophyll cells in the leaves to absorb heat from the surroundings and evaporates into the intercellular air spaces of the leaves, which essentially removes heat through the latent heat of vaporization and hence reduces the temperatures of the surroundings.
You're absolutely right, Mr. Liao. I think we can also build more green roofs on the buildings around this area. Green roofs will entail the growing of plants on the rooftop of these buildings, which has a similar effect as the trees and vegetation you have mentioned before. This will help in the passive cooling of the building, reducing the amount of energy that's used in order to cool this building down. This can potentially reduce the amount of greenhouse gases that can also be released when these cooling appliances are used.
Plus, you can also use a new paint that was developed using a biomaterial called hydroxyapatite that was found in mammalian heart tissues that can actually reflect 95% of sunlight and has a passive cooling effect of up to 3.7 degrees Celsius reduction in surrounding temperatures. What do you think? I think that sounds good. Thank you for all your ideas. Hope that my plans will help cool down properly.
I wonder how the other people got here.